Hello and welcome back. In this section, we will begin working with the Quotation Module. To access the quotation page, go to the left-hand side menu, click Quotation, and then select Quotation. The Quotation Module is the core working area of the system where trips are built, priced, and finalized. The system pulls most of its data automatically from different parts of the system, including rates such as hotels, transportation, entrances, extras, and restaurants. Routes and visits for Quotation 2 module. Defaults, including programs, transportation plans, seasonality, inclusions, and notes. The goal is to create accurate quotations quickly, with minimal manual work and fewer mistakes. On the left-hand side, you will find the Search panel. This panel helps users find and manage existing quotations. From here you can search by agent name, transportation date or issue date, quotation type, and select any quotation to open, review, or edit it. Now let us see how to create a new quotation. To create a new quotation, click New. Start by entering the group name. For example, Global Travel Group 2026. Next, enter the reference. For example, Maxis Global/May. Now select the agent who requested this quotation. In our example, we will select Global Travel. When selecting the agent, the system will display a pop-up window asking whether you want to apply the default profit classification defined in the company profile. At this stage, we will not assign the profit classification, since it can be defined later in the Profits tab, so we will simply click Close. Next, define the currency. In our example, we will keep the currency as USD, since the quotation will be sent in US dollars. Now define the number of days and nights. For example, 4 days and 3 nights starting from May 1st, 2026. Once the start date is entered, the system will automatically calculate the to-date field based on the number of days entered. Next is the VAT field. This defines the VAT percentage that will be added later to the base prices of services when pricing the quotation. For training purposes, we will leave it as 0. Next, we have private notes. These are internal notes for staff only, and they are not shown to the client. For example, client is price sensitive. Next, we have general notes/overview. These are also internal remarks about the quotation, visible only inside the system. For example, focus on Petra and the Dead Sea. After entering the basic information, click Save to store the quotation. Once saved, the system will automatically generate a unique quotation ID, which will be used to identify and track this quotation inside the system. Now, let us move to the right side of the screen. Here we define the classification and operational details of the quotation. The segment defines the business segment of the quotation. For example, VIP. Next is the department, which defines the department responsible for handling the quotation. For example, Reservation Department 1. Next is reservation type, which defines the reservation workflow. For example, Classic. Next is program type, which defines the type of product being quoted. For example, Tours. Next we have Group Category 1, which defines the main group type. For example, Group. Then Group Category 2, which defines a subcategory of the group. For example, Cultural. For the market and nationality fields, you will notice that the information is already filled automatically because the system imports it from the client profile. Next, we have username, which shows the system user who created the quotation. This field is automatically filled by the system. Then we have the date of issue, which is also automatically generated when the quotation is created. Next, we have the closed option. When a quotation is marked as closed, no one can add, edit, or delete any records inside it. To reopen a closed quotation, the user must have system administrator permissions. Next is round selling to nearest digits. This option defines how the final selling price is rounded. For example, if the selling price is 1,743.6, with rounding 1, the result becomes 1,744. With rounding 10, the result becomes 1,740. With rounding 100, the result becomes 1,700. Finally, we have the quotation pricing methods. There are 3 quotation types available in the system: accurate, general dynamic, and general manual. Accurate quotations are used for quotations based on specific arrival and departure dates. This method calculates prices based on the exact travel dates of the group. General dynamic quotations are used for quotations covering long travel periods. The system will automatically create dynamic seasonality and pricing based on hotel contracts defined in the system. General manual quotations are also used for long travel periods, but in this case, the user must manually create the seasonality and define the prices for each hotel option. In this video, we will work with the accurate quotation type. The dynamic and manual quotation types will be explained in detail in later videos in this phase. This completes the General tab explanation. In the next video, we will explain the Program tab. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.